Hello, I come back. Hello, guys. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Tabomong is here. Well, guys, yeah. Oh well. To all the new subscribers, guys, you're welcome. To the old ones, guys, thank you so much for the continuous support. So, guys, hey, wait. Please don't forget to press that bell button for notification whenever there's a new video. You'll be the first one to know. So, guys, today I want to do a story time. And it's something lengakazi I think ngakhuluma ngayo. Not even nasebanganeni bami, I think. Yeah. Maybe one or two knows, but yeah. It happened with him. I was dating this guy. Mjolo the dating. Yay! That department is hectic, guys. That department is hectic, I can actually write a book where dating is concerned. But yeah, guys, I was dating this boy, this guy back then. And he was a student. And I was working at that time. And we were in love, man. Young love. It's crazy. Young love. It's something else. And it happened with Begashala in a different, the other side of Pretoria, and I was on the other side of Pretoria in Mamelodi. So, kaya kaningi bengine ukuthi uma ngishayisa emsebenzini ngindlule via town, mangibuye emsebenzini ngimthathe town, then we go ekhaya. And that time I have never been ekhaya kubo, and I don't want to say for obvious reasons, or I don't know, because there was no, how he said it was being privacy ekhaya kubo. So, and I also don't want to go there ngiyolala nabo bhuti wakhe, and my siblings like. So like, it's fine. At home there is, ngine room, if there's a back room ngilala ngaphandle, so you'll visit me, it's okay. So Ganzi, that time it was even new, so I didn't go ekhaya kubo just to even see, not to sleep over, but just to see ukuthi uhlala kuphi. So the guy, we were madly in love, doing what lovers do, up and down, crazy and all that. So it happened with this one fateful day. And there's one thing about me, and I think I let this thing down a lot, like a lot of times, because sometimes when I feel something, it is usually that, or it is happening, or it is going to happen. But I sleep on it, I think it's one of those maybe crazy feelings and all that. So that day, Yamlands it down, we go ekhaya. And when I got to the house, we chilling, lovey-dovey, we having snacks, watching a movie, we taking pictures and selfies. As we are taking pictures, because he's busy taking, he was the one who was taking pictures and selfies. So he's busy taking pictures and selfies, and like, wow, it's nice, it's fun. So Tabondlovi is curious and says, "Hey, baby, you just took pictures and tell that it for me, so I can also maybe like post, whatever the case may be, So it's a short thing. I needed a phone, and I was Guma pictures, with him. Sibugama pictures, like, oh, these are nice pictures. Scrolling, Google the pictures, just checking. So as we scrolling to the pictures, curiosity now let it tell me that we took at that moment, dipelele. So I just kept scrolling through the pictures. Yabo, did I not get a shock of my, should I say, my fragile, precious life? As I'm scrolling there, boom, a picture of him and another guy embedding naked. I'm like, maybe I'm gonna now, maybe it's batsini. By Peter was saying, it's a deja vu, whatever the case may be. We feel like man, acting you and now. And I went back, I'd be like for me, like the pictures. I'm like, babe, What's happening here? Gwendagalan, He was like, no, that is my friend. He stays errors. But if voice sometimes it also sells you out, like how you respond and all that. So he's like, no, babe, this is my friend from RS, and we were just chilling by his place. I'm like, so this is what you and your friend do? Like, lo munye tu kwesifuba lo munye, like, butt naked? That's interesting, But also, because I didn't have a proof, you would see, are they dating? Was it a one night? Was it a shag? Whatever the case may be. But I was like, what's happening? So, no, I know it was just a friend, like from rest. We were just chilling. Then I slept over there and we decided to take pictures. So now it goes back to the question I would say, I think I know most of your friends from esikolweni because I would go and ngimlanze esikolweni and get him esikolweni, then we'll go to Mamelodi. So I've never seen him before. I've never seen that face before, And it's a race. Yes, I'm sure there's beautiful races, but then that one didn't look like a race. Sometimes, I think I need to learn some things, but people mistaken that for me being da or a bit dumb or whatever the case may be. But I'm like, okay. And Ghanaian where people, and that's also the tricky thing, where people expect me to react or respond in a certain manner, and I'm calm, they get shocked. It's okay. You're supposed to be mad and crazy. What's happening? And that time I was like, okay, ngiyakuva, but I think zingakshela moya. We'll talk about it when I come back. So, ngibe ngimloyana, because we're just chilling, just watching a movie. And that time I think being around 6 p.m. Yeah, around that time. Because we were Sunday, I think. Because Sunday, because we were early. And then I somewhere banking back and all that. So it's okay. It's jogger pen, then nemate, it's vest. It's okay. I'm going out for a jog just to, steam off, and we'll talk when I come back. I'm jogging. So I jog. But there's usually I always set a distance, which okay. I'm gonna jog from here to a certain point, then back. Then as I'm jogging, there's this thing back in my head that says, go back to the house, go back to the house, go back to the house. And I'm trying so much to ignore that voice, to go back to the house. So but finally, you know what? I'm going back to the house because this thing, young Podara now, because I'm jogging, but then there's this thing that keeps saying, go back to the house, go back to the house, go back to the house. I go back to the house. Did I not find Mogai on the floor? With empty containers of medication. And I'm thinking to myself, Guti, what have you done? Like, what are you doing? And I'm trying kulumisa and stuff. He's not responding and all that. And mind you, that time, Usuge Ute Ekaya, they know him as a friend that time. And how does a friend now Asuge Ekaya and want to commit suicide or attempt suicide? Doesn't make sense. And how do I explain that to my mama? So now I'm thinking, because it's a bit dark because we're late. It's a bit dark, and I'm thinking, okay, what do I do? Do I go and call my mom and say someone tried to commit suicide, or what? Yes, I plan because I'm thinking to myself, because firstly, if I call an ambulance, now he's going to wake the entire neighborhood, go to Bapume and be curious because what's happening, who is dying there? The ambulance. I'm like, yo, that it don't be the unnecessary attention, and I'll be the talk of Ekasi. And what do I do now? I'm like, nyame malo. That's a boy, then I walked to the taxis, like the main road, to get a taxi. When I get there, obviously, whose taxi is going to stop? Ubona ukuthi ubhebhe umuntu lomdzala. They know ukuthi it's either utzakiwe or uyashona. Guys, I'm like standing there and waiting because, oh Lord, that time miss my taxi away me. I'm now ngizama kustopa nemabhasi ke. Nemabhasi away me at all until that time. Emma Milodi kuna this thing besibita usiporoporo, like small business, like this small cabs. Ime imoto ngivele ngimise kanye ngithi hey ngicela ukuthi ngise e-clinic, and luckily the clinic was not far from, it's not far from ekhaya. Ngithi ngicela ngicela uyise e-clinic, it's like kuyashona, like kuyafiwa, you know. Singene ekhaya leso sikhathi ubhizi uphuthuma amagwembe, and I don't know, because that was also risky ukuthi ngimthethe that state ngahamba naye. Should if anything had happened endleleni and mhlambe the way bengimphethe ngakhona, I'm even making matters worse, I don't know. But bengingacabangi at that time because I'm panicking because what if my mom, you know. Guys start asise e-clinic. Inzabe kasayelali, guys, like you can never say when ekasi you are living a low-key, discreet life. They know everything. It doesn't matter whether it's during the day, at night, they know alles, you know. So guys start ase-clinic, wasifika e-clinic siyaphuma laphana, bambita amanesi laphana bamfake estretchereni. Kuyagijinywa vele kungena ekhathi. Masifika ekhathi, I think few minutes, because the nurse was asking ukuthi unatheni and all that. I don't know ukuthi unatheni. I left the containers in the house. I had no idea ukuthi I actually had to also come with the containers so they can know ukuthi unatheni njani enienda nemtibeni. So now this is bathi kimi bathi, hey, what had happened? What medication did he take and all that? I don't know. But it's okay. We cannot attend to him like for now until you come with the container so we know what we're actually dealing with. I'm like, okay. So now on our plan, I actually have to go back home to get the containers. Luckily, the driver is still here. Like we cab, you know. Ngisathi ngisaphuma erumini la nurse. Boom! My mom. No, guys. What happened? I'm like thinking, okay, what do I say now? That's Mugel. Not now. I don't know what happened. I'll just have to wait for the person who savuke kala. Then I'll explain what happened. Mama, that's okay. It's fine. Inside the clinic or we go back to the house. No, but container medication. It's not something really serious, but they just need to attend to it. Masing, you know. Mama, it's fine. Skibele kept see engine, the containers, mage asale engine, and I go back to the clinic. Now clinic. I don't know what they did. They did whatever that they did, and after some time, after a few hours, then bega training, whatever the case may be, but bega vugile. But a week. Week man so we are vugala panda. Then the doctor, like the nurse, is asking, why did you take the overdose medication? So uthi Thabo uyangishiya uyangilahla. Hayibo. Thabo uyamlahla njani? Like how, when, you know? Uthi no, Thabo uyangilahla, Thabo uyangidampa, and I cannot live without him. Thabo knows my problems, Thabo knows this and that and a lot of things, you know? And now so cousin thinking at Asekai that I was aware of certain things, but some things being was actually happening at Kaigo, you know? So I'm like, but umang puma engine, I said I'm going out for a joke. Angasho singaglahla, number one, you know? So now for you to get to your point of thinking good things because of what happened, I don't know, like honestly. So no, I thought it was doing lasha. Then he started crying and all that. I'm like, oh shucks, guys, my nipples are not behaving. Excuse me. So guys, guy lapana, I need whatever drama color and all this. I'm thinking it's okay. Le msangano le iyahlanya le, like big time iyahlanya. How do you conclude with sitting yokulahla and all that? Because angasho njalo, I just said I'm going out for a job. It's okay. Now let's go home and we will talk when you're stronger and better. Sambe sifike endlini. Masifike endlini now, I need to go to the house. Qala your report. Ukuthi kwendakaleni, what just happened, to my mom. I go to the house and share in my room. I go to the house. I get to my mother and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry about what happened. My friend had a problem, Ekaya, so he got here, and I think whatever that he was going through just got a bit overwhelming, and that's why he drank the medication. But I don't know how hectic is it or how true that is and all that, So now my mom is thinking with him, do you know where he stays? Do you know where your friend is from? And if he died here, Bodotin, you'll say, how do you explain that? How did he die here? And alone, you are not here, and he came here to visit you, And everything that she was saying made sense at that time. Would say, yeah, you're right. It could have been that, but also I'm sure his family wouldn't have understood. Would say he tried or he committed suicide, because at that time, had something happened to him, he'll be normal to even explain. Would say this is what happened or this is what I did. So I'll be the one left with all the questioning and must have answers. Because I think I'll eventually be owing them that. So I'm like, yeah, no, I understand that where my mom is coming from with the whole thing. So ngimtshele, ngicolise, and went back to the room. When I got to the room, guy, he started apologizing. No, I'm so sorry. I don't know what got to me. I'm scared of losing you and all that shit. I'm like, it's okay. But now back in my head, I've concluded, this one is crazy. This one's going to get me into trouble. This one, I get correct. This is not how we solve problems. So I was like, but at this time, I need to be as calm as I can. I need to pretend to be okay, because now I don't know what's the next thing that he will do. Now I just need to make him feel safe so he sleeps. Hi, okay. It's not a problem. We'll talk about it whenever you're better. So, Masla, let's pumule. It was a long night, so let's rest. Then and we'll talk about it after. That's all right. Cool, juice. Slale na boy. In the morning, I'm preparing for him to go back to school, then home, because I'm not going to go to school, then home. Then mean at that time I'm 17, but I'm gonna late. It's okay. Now I'm not trying to risk him taking a taxi alone to town, then home. So I'm taking him to town to see what's ukibele taxi. Lay straight ekhaya, and we'll take it from there. Some basically taxi from there to town. Town, he takes his taxi to home. I like, text me when you get to the house or call me so I know that you home safe. I said, okay, cool. No, I'll do that. It's okay, cool. Then I go to work. Umangiyem 17 ifing 7 guy, he texted before after I got to work. So Figile and he's safe. It's okay, cool. Now I think Lomsangano Luyana, it's off my shoulders. So now it's the matter with where to from there. Because I don't see myself having someone who's gonna try to take his life because there's a problem. There is no flipping way, It's okay, Lo. I need to have a way in J. I'm cut off completely. So it's man during the day, be nice, like chatters, so that on his side, because I was back in my head, I'm thinking, maybe still on his crazy mode. What if he tries again? And but get to know, but I cannot pretend, because this now is actually going to be a problem in my life, Lishone that day, the following day, it's Babas, I cannot do this anymore. Like what you did, in a state of mind where I will not be comfortable around you. Firstly, I will not be comfortable around you. Secondly, we will come across things where I'll be scared of addressing them, because when you will try and take your life, I don't know whether it's you trying to take your life or it's you trying to scare me, and I don't know, but I think I don't want to tiptoe around Jolana. There is no way. no, it's the worst thing that can ever happen to someone. I'm like, I'm not going to do that to myself. So, and also after what had happened, do you expect me to still bring you a kaigiti and make sure with one? Because sometimes I leave him go to work and him she endly. I'm like, I cannot do that because that means that day I won't work, because I'll be thinking to myself, what if something triggers him and he decides to, commit suicide? Nana, you know, and now begin I'm telling myself, I tell him that if he tries and commit suicide, I know it was selfish of me, but then he's at his house with his family. They will attend to him and they will know what had happened and they will sort him out. At that time, it's not my business. I just want him out of my life, and that is that. I did that, as selfish as it was, and I felt I had no choice at that time for me to actually do that, but I had to. So he cried over the phone and all that, and now I was praying with, I hope he doesn't take a taxi and come a Kaigiti and try and talk, because wow, he was something else. So malanga ahamba, and ngabona ukuthi he's still communicating and all that, but for the fact that he's still chatting, that means usengakati bulali, so usaphila. I was like, just by that, I need to just store this whole thing so that he gets over that feeling and I take my shot left to gahle and completely disappear and stop communicating with him. And that happened, and that's how I actually got away from the whole thing. But the tricky thing is that, not the tricky thing, but the thing about this story is that sihlala nebantu that you don't know that what they're actually going through. And now that takes you to the importance of knowing what your partner is going through or what's going through their head and where they come from, and also knowing where they stay. Guys, it's so important to know where your partner stays, because God forbid anything happens to them. Where do you go? Same applies to the passwords. Like, where do you go? Who do you call? Even if you don't have the passwords, but get this man number of a relative or someone that close good to the family, like a next of kin, like someone, so you know who to call in case of emergency or something that might happen and needs you to actually, contact the other part, like the other part. You feel me? Like, so guys, it's so important to at least have my number as someone that your partner is close to you, like family wise, and know where they stay, and try and have a relationship, even if it's not close, with one of the Klobotake, so would say, you know what, I can always go to this person if Popo is the fan. Guys, it's rough out there. So that's how I actually got away from my then boyfriend who tried to take his life because I was dumping him. So guys, you can go skill tripper if nitfolwa nichitile and try and say, no, but me, no, don't play that card. If ubanjiwe, it's either you come clean or you die with your secret. But some of us ain't that foolish to look at things and go like, okay, it was not that, it's this. It's wrong to assume, but still doesn't mean to say we must sleep on that and say, Mara, they are just friends. And no, guys, it doesn't work like that. So, okay, guys, that was my story time for today. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, press that bell button for notification. You like, you share, you call your family, your friends, everyone, your neighbors, your colleagues, to come to the channel, to check the channel out, to click, to follow, and do the right thing. Guys, until next time, it's time from me to you. I love you. Mega love. Till the next video.